everyone. Well, as you can see, Miss Girly here, she's kind of been in that height, which is very unusual for Lily, of course, to even go into a height, but it's kind of tilted. I don't know if you can see that or not, because that is kind of, yeah. But she's got sort of her back end hanging out the back there, and she's been contemplating, will I or won't I come out at all. Lily has just shed yesterday, actually, so she didn't want out yesterday at all, so I've kind of just left her be. But she's gonna go and hide. Are you going to hide? Are you not talking to me? Are you going to talk to me today? You weren't really interested yesterday, were you? Yeah, I'm turning my head. You turning your head? You looking at me? Well, I'm gonna turn around the other way. Hey? It's a little bit about, well, this video is about interacting with your snakes and the importance of actually doing that. Interaction is so important in our lives with other humans, other animals, such as our cats and our dogs, and we can interact with them. It's obvious how we can interact with our dogs and our cats by giving them a pat, giving them a rub, and my grandson's just walked through the door. Oh, do you think that you might be able to get yourself out the back end? Are you having a bit of difficulty there? Are you going to come out? Hey? Are you coming out? What do you think? You just wanting me to hold that up for you? Is that what you're doing? Hey? Because now I've got my hand there. I'm going to have to hold it until you get yourself out a bit. Aren't I? Hello, sweetie. It's very nice to see you. She had a perfect shed, guys. And keep slithering on out. And okay, I won't put it down. I promise I won't put it down. Oh, here. I'm trying to hold it up and not put it actually on top of her so much. It's only light. Come on then. Come and say hello to Mum. I haven't seen you for... Well, I've seen you. I've just not physically had you out for a couple of weeks. You've just been chilling in there, going through the shed, and she ate. And then a couple of days later, but she only ate 4 mice, so I didn't fill her up too much, and then of course she shed. Do you still want me to hold this up? Are you like, that's leaning on you too much, is it? Hey? Oh, come on, you can get the rest of yourself out. I know you can. But yeah, what I was saying, interacting. I get sidetracked, don't I? Interacting with them. We do that with our dogs and our cats every day of their life, because they're right there. They're right next to us. They come up to us. They, you know, you can't resist giving them a pat on their head and saying hello to them and how they're doing. Of course, if your snake is in their enclosure and the doors are shut, how do they do that every day? And why would we think that they wouldn't do it every day if they were coming on out? Why does it make them different that we shouldn't be interacting with them in some way every day? And I don't classify going in and grabbing out their water bowl and filling up their water bowl as interacting with them. That is just doing and taking care of their basic need, which is, of course, fresh water. For me, interaction is them actually physically coming out and us physically touching them in some way and spending a little bit of time with them. Of course. Are you going to keep on coming out, or is this the wrong end? Hey? Have I bamboozled you? Here. Can I get this out for you? Is that alright? Oh, she says, Mum, I was only thinking about coming out. Who said I actually wanted to come out? It's not very often, Lily, that you pass up an opportunity to not actually come out. And especially when you haven't seen me for a few days. Well, as such, you know, when she's in shed, yeah, I check on her and I say hello to her and make sure that she's okay. But of course she doesn't want to come out. And I don't actually touch her as such, remembering that their skin is a little bit sensitive. Of course, I'll move that basket. Is that a bit better? I mean, up to you. But I do believe greatly in interacting with them on a daily basis. And for example, you know, Jack hasn't been exactly interested in coming out either. And I've done a video where, you know, I've opened the door and I've opened the door and I've physically touched them. That is just a form of interaction. That's just one little form of interaction with them on a daily basis. But having that little bit of a conversation with them, if they can hear us, it's a familiar sound to them. And I think it would be comforting to them. And, you know, hello, how are you doing, sweetie, etc. is not long out of your day. It really isn't. And you know, I only have 8 snakes, so it doesn't take me very long to get around the room and acknowledge each and every one of them. And you might be thinking, well, I've got 100 snakes and that isn't so easy to do. And no, it no doubt isn't easy to do, but I would like to think that you attempt to open the tub and go in once a day and have a look at least, and make sure that everything is okay for them. And then you're not going in there, Missy, you always go in there. That's kind of one of her favourite little places to venture into, is that speaker hole. And you're way too big to actually physically fit in there, Lily. You do know that, don't you? Wow, she's certainly not really in a mood to be coming out, and she's kind of, I've scrunched up her paper in there, which I'll have to straighten out. Are you going to be coming out at all? What do you think? No, she says, I really don't want to. And I think, actually, personally, she only had those 4 little mice a few days ago that she would be happy to eat some more at the moment. And, you know, I didn't give her full feed because I knew that she was pretty close to shedding that few days ago. And, yeah, yesterday she did. So I would say that, you know, would be quite happy to put a few more mice in there at the moment. Okay, so this is Lily's top up that, you know, as I said, she only had a few mice prior to, that couple of days before she shed. So I knew she wasn't having a full meal, just enough to tide her over. And I was, you know, in my head, when I saw her sort of moving around a bit, you know, after a couple of days, or well, it's actually only been, she shed yesterday and today, I thought she'll be ready to put a little bit more in her belly. And of course she is now. That is Lily telling me, yes, I'm hungry and I would really appreciate a meal. So that is considered, that particular mouse, extra large. Normally I can only get adult size, so there she is, having a top up. So this is just a quick little video today of, yeah, interaction, important, between you and your snake, to continue with that trust and that bond that you actually have with them. It's really strange actually when Lily sheds and I don't see her wanting out for a couple of weeks, and my snakes have always pretty much been the same when they're in shed. I could get them out. They don't, as you've seen me get Jack out, they don't mind. But if I don't need to actually physically get them out, I just leave them be. So guys, you know, you take care of yourself, your family, your friends, and your snakes, and all your animals. Of course, yeah, Ruby's never too far away. Bye.